You're welcome back. So I'm Angie Styles, as you know. So like I promised last week, I told you I'll be giving you a recipe or formula for your facial care routine for people with hyperpigmentation. Okay. So and last week I gave a formula and recipe about a brightening facial cleanser that you can use and cleanse your face for those that have hyperpigmentation. And I've gotten some email back, some people thanking me and some people asking me to please do the demo. Okay, no problem. All I can say is okay. Time permits. All right, so like I promised, I said I will continue giving out the other recipes and formula you can make to help clear your hyperpigmentation. Okay, so the next recipe I will be giving out today is vitamin C brightening face mask. Okay, you can call it vitamin C brightening facial mask for hyperpigmentations. All right, so if you have hyperpigmentation, you need to cleanse, and then you need after cleansing you need to apply your facial mask. Leave it on there for some time to help clear the hyperpigmentation. All right, so I don't want to waste time today. Let me just go in and then give out the formula and the recipe. Don't forget, get your pen and paper or book. Get a formulation book and then write down the formula and the recipe I will be giving out to you. Okay, so like I always say, this will benefit people that are already making product, people that already know how to formulate products. Okay, then if you are new to formulation, you don't know how to formulate, check out the videos I have on my channel here. I have a lot of formula that you can learn from, the process and procedure on how to formulate a product. Like for this mask now, this it doesn't have any much job because I'm giving you a powder mask, brightening mask formula for you so that it will be easy. I'm giving out a formula or recipe that will be easy for you to make. Even a novice that doesn't know anything about formulation can also make this and use. So let's jump into the recipe. So it's getting dark out there, so I'm losing light. So for today's recipe, remember I always used to take I used to leave this recipe or formula at the end of the video. So watch this video to the end so that you can take a screenshot of the formula and save it. Take a screenshot, you can zoom it to see what is written on the book. Okay, so that you can save it in case you want to make. Everything has been broken down in formula that is in percentage. I'm giving the recipe, the formula is in percentage, and also recipe that has been converted in gram. Everything you see here is 100-gram batch, but with the percentage you can scale up or scale down depending the amount you want to make. That's why I love giving out formula on percentage, because percentage will help you scale up or scale down depending the amount of batch you want to make. Okay, but as a beginner, I always recommend you start with 100-gram batch. Start with little and see how the formula turn out, so that you don't waste your ingredients in case the thing didn't come out, the formula didn't turn out well. So you don't waste your money and your ingredients. So start with a little, 50-gram, 100-gram, and then you scale up if it comes out well. Okay, so for the today's recipe, we are making vitamin C brightening face mask powder. So this is good for all skin type. Okay, it's good for all skin type. So the function of this is to help clear hyperpigmentation. Okay, so let's start. The phase A. The phase A the phase A ingredient goes like this. So you need bentonite clear. Okay, I'm looking at my formulation book where I wrote it down. So number 1 is bentonite clear. The function for this recipe is foundation. It's a foundation. Then you need 52% of bentonite clear. Number 2, you need turmeric powder. There is a botanical. The function is botanical ingredients. We need 15% of turmeric powder. Number 3, you need L-Ascorbic Acid powder. We have different kinds of vitamin C, but in this formula or recipe, we are using L-Ascorbic powder, which is the most powerful ingredient in the vitamin C family. Yes. So we'll be needing, and the function in this formula is an active ingredient and a brightening ingredient. We all know vitamin C is a brightening ingredient. So you'll be needing 10% of L-Ascorbic acid powder. Then number 4, you'll be needing Dipotassium glycyrrhizate. It's a family of it comes from licorice, but this is a white powder. Okay, we have licorice. We have different types of licorice powder. Maybe we'll go into that later, not in this video. But this one we are using Dipotassium glycyrrhizate. Maybe I didn't pronounce it well. You can look it up. Then the function here is a brightening active ingredient. Okay, the function is a brightening active ingredient. We'll be needing just 2% of it. Yes, 2% of Dipotassium glycyrrhizate. You can also call it, some people call it licorice white powder, but there are different types. Okay, then you need zinc oxide powder. Yeah, zinc oxide. We'll be needing 10% of zinc oxide powder. Then we'll be needing pearl powder. I don't know if you know about pearl. Pearl powder is a brightening active ingredient. Very nice. Those are the things that keep your skin smooth. Okay, it takes out dark spots. It helps with hyperpigmentation also. Mainly used by Asian people, like all this Korean skincare. You find it more in Korea skincare line or so it's called pearl powder. The function is active brightening ingredient. We'll be needing 10% of it. So those are phase A. Those are the powders you need for the phase A. Then for the phase B, you need frankincense essential oil. Frankincense essential. Frankincense helps with hyperpigmentation. So in this here is it's an active ingredient and also aromaceutical or fragrance. We need 0.5% of it. 0.5%, not 5%. So because I mentioned 0.5% in the last recipe. Somebody was asking, do I mean 5%? 0.5%, not 5%. Okay. Then you need rosemary essential oil. Rosemary essential oil is a good antioxidant. Okay, so the function here is an antioxidant and also aromaceutical or fragrance. We also need 0.5% of it. So that is it for the phase B. So these are only the ingredients you need to make this vitamin C brightening face mask powder. Okay, so to make it, all you need is to gather all the powders, measure out your powders according to the percentage I just read. Measure out the powders in a beaker. Then add mix the powder together. When you measure them out in a one beaker, then you mix the powder out, mix them properly to combine. After mixing them, then you add your phase B to it. Your phase B, which is the frankincense essential oil and the rosemary essential oil. Add it to the powder, then mix it properly. Mix it. Be very careful when you're mixing this. These are powders. When you're mixing, make sure you put on your mask. Wear your mask and to protect you from inhaling all this, because it can cause problem in your body when you inhale it. Okay, so I advise you always wear your mask and of course wear your gloves all the time. So you mix mix everything together, mix it properly, and then you pour it out in your container. Or sometimes I like, when after mixing it, I just spray it out in something like a tray, and leave it out to, like, for the liquid to air dry, okay, for some hours. Then pour it in your container, or you can mix it and put it in your container. It's still okay. I mean, if the when you do that, is if you know that the liquids you added in your powder is too much, then you air it, spray it out on a tray, and allow it to dry a little bit before you pack. But if it's not much, after mixing it, you will feel it and know. If it's not much, just pour it into your container, and that is it. To use this after cleansing your face with your brightening, your Gigabyte brightening face cleanser we made last week. After cleansing, washing your face with that, you rinse your face off, then you mix this. Just take a little in your palm, put a little water, mix it in your palm, and then apply it on your face. Or get a little bowl, mix it. Please do not use iron spoon when mixing this. Use a woody spoon or a plastic spoon. Don't use any melter to mix this. It will deactivate the bentonite clear in it, okay? So if you want your product to be active, use wooden spoon or a plastic spoon. All right, so take a little, just like a half teaspoon or so. A little goes a long way. That's why I always mix in my hand. I don't need any bowl. Just take a little, put it in a bowl, then put any liquid of your choice. If you are oily skin, if you are oily skin person, I would advise you use a apple cider vinegar, original organic apple cider vinegar, and mix it a little and apply it on your face. If you have dry skin, you can add a little honey or milk and mix it and apply it on your face. If you have normal skin, use rose water, or use orange blossom water, or use, if you don't have all those things, use distilled water. Mix it properly and then apply it all over your face, and leave it on your face for between 15 to 30 minutes. Me, I always leave like 45 minutes to an hour, depending on your time. If you don't have enough time, anything between 15 to 30 minutes is okay. Leave it on there to absorb and soak in. Then you wash it off and follow up with the rest of your facial routine brightening products. All right, let's talk about substitution, because the last time I gave out the recipe, some of you were emailing me asking me for a substitution. So to substitute the betterment clear in this recipe, if for dry skin people, you can substitute with kaolin clear, you can use Fuller's Earth clear, you can use panthenol or honey powder. You can also, you can add panthenol or honey powder, okay? That is for dry skin people. For oily skin, you can add charcoal, activated charcoal. You can add strawberry powder, and you can add neem powder, you can add pineapple powder for oily skin people. These are the things you can also add. Can remove or add it to the ones I have, the recipe I have already given to you, okay? If you have sensitive skin, you can add yogurt powder, you can add Moroccan red clear. You can use Moroccan red clear instead of betterment clear, or add Moroccan clear to the betterment clear. It's good. You can also add kaolin clear, is good for sensitive skin people. Oatmeal is good for sensitive skin people. You can use oatmeal. You can use hibiscus powder also. You can add hibiscus, or even use the extract to dilute it before to hydrate it before applying it on your skin, okay? So that will be it for today's recipe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, if you have any question, don't hesitate to leave it in the description box. below. I see many of you, most of you prefer to chat me up on Instagram or send email. So anyhow, but if you have any question, you can always leave it in the description box and I will answer you. And if you need me to give out any, if you have any recipe you want me to give out to you, let me know also. And I will start your skincare line or hair care line. We are here to help, okay? You can always start with us and we promise to help you from scratch and for you to succeed also, because there are plenty money to make in this beauty products industry, trust me. So if you want to tap into it, we are here to help, okay? I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.